You tuned into the ZaZa God Hour, man, on the CCTV channel.
Yes, sir.
Shout out my boy Gels. You know, the elite in the building, one of my first producers and all that. We doing this channel, we doing this podcast, man, just for various topics, various things. I'm reporting live from the higher realms. You know what I'm saying? I come from the streets, but we ain't there no more. You know what I'm saying? Got my boy PYRO TRAXX in the building. I mean, he came through to shed some wisdom. What we talking about today? We got Kanye West out here going crazy still. But he pushing a new brand, new narrative, which fits right perfect into what we talking about today, which is vultures. But, you know, we gonna rhyme with vulture and just say culture. Anybody that wasn't bored of a culture has adopted the culture if they're partaking in it.
I would add on to, they're not paying homage to the culture at all.
You can't be lost or basically have nothing and then adopt something without paying reverence to its source or its originator, as then it becomes disrespectful. It's a lack of principle, lack of moral fiber, and then it gets to a point of disrespect. So boom. Let's fast forward. I call them insurgents. You know what I'm saying? Just implants in the game. Some people call them gatekeepers. Some people call them agents, aliens, whatever the fuck you want to call them. But I find it funny that with our culture, Black people or the Negro people, whatever you want to call them, indigenous, Aborigine, Anasazi, Cherokee, whatever you are, you know, you cannot procure any real profits outside of being a rapper and being a controlled talent. So in other words, I'm trying to say, just say you as a rapper, you make some rap money, and now you want to come out with your own ketchup.
You don't like that.
Right? Now, if you Black, it's 9 times out of the 10, we don't have to get into the intricacies. We know that shit is 9 times out of 10 not going to jump off. It's not going to be successful. They use us to blame each other like, oh, we don't support each other, but we forget that it's a hidden hand that controls traffic, that controls the ebb and flow of money, of currency, of even what was seen as attractive.
What's seen is being controlled. How many times it gets shown, where it gets shown. They can actually put a code in, what have you, whatever type of electronic device you're using, whether you on social media or your own app. It could fuck up your own app. You feel what I'm saying? Where your content is ghosted. It's deleted out of the algorithm. And then they send you your own algorithm back still, but you're not in it.
So that's how funny, weird, manipulative these people, the archive that control these media platforms and these. Because first of all, no media platform, no system runs without its funding and its financing, and that's what controls.
Oh, this is part of this wisdom. Fun fact, a 14-year-old kid created the algorithm of our kind. Now we can continue. You know, they took that over and used it everywhere.
Now, which is crazy, right?
Yeah, crazy.
A 14-year-old kid was born with the intellect that would take most hundreds of years to acquire.
Yep.
So either he's not a newbie to this place, right?
Absolutely.
Had a million lives and all that information is conjoined, or he's from the future. But I ain't gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go there.
That could be a whole nother episode.
Yeah, that's gonna be a whole nother episode. Back to, you know what I mean? The alien minds able to kind of leech onto the culture, get what they want from it, and bring their people in to feed off of it, feed their family with it. Mind you, the rappers starving. We're not talking about the rappers they want you to see every day and make you think like rap is the best thing known to man. Everybody is balling and everybody got that's imagery, that's illusion. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be out here fucked up.
The money circulating even less.
You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson went broke, man.
We talked about it.
A lot of people went broke. Not just them, but a lot of people went broke dealing with the rap shit or dealing with entertainment, and it was really nothing, like nobody could really help them. They had to get through that shit on their own. With all that being said, you gotta pay attention to the foreign ideas or the foreign interjections brought into the culture. Like, for one, Ben Baller.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? First of all, the exploitation of rap to have us as like, you know, cash cow for these high level brands and these high level societies, while never creating our own, never procuring our own, and forsaking our own, is a virus. You know what I'm saying? That's not hip hop. That's not our culture. That was an idea brought to us by rich, wealthy, money laundering scam artists, man. You know what I'm saying? That's strictly what it is. Because if you think a pair of jeans is worth $4,000, you're the biggest fool around. There is no jeans, unless made by like a mineral or something, some out of it. But like you talking about real, just regular thread cotton. There's no jeans worth $4,000. So, you know, you gotta question things like Chrome Heart and Ben Baller, where you paying $800 for a toothbrush.
And then he have the gold plated
money,
the money,
all the degrading debauchery, where our minds should not even be focused. We should be focused on financial independence. You feel me? He is, but he's using us as the catalyst for doing that. His family is smiling in their car. Go check the Instagram, Ben Baller. All his girls, pretty family. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of my people that came up creating that culture, he fed off of it and ate off of. They kids don't even want to speak to him because they can't buy him no Jordans, or they can't buy him the minimum things that would make a child happy. It's a struggle.
Imagine our people, right?
MC Shan didn't have no teeth.
Selling us, or selling what another culture sells, dressing like them, and being welcomed in. It don't happen.
It wouldn't happen.
It can't happen.
You know what I'm saying? So they could just come in and pose, and the key of this, we see the European, not what he has no more as success, because we see black people with that and all of that. We see what he is as success, what he is, the entity, the person. So when we want validation, it gotta come from people like him. It gotta come from people that look like him. So this is why a Ben Baller or a foreign entity, a Rick Rubin or a Rosenberg,
Johnny Dang,
you know what I'm saying, could come in and just grab the masses, because we so willing to embrace what we see as success, which is not even what they have no more, because we got money and shit too now. It's what they are. Like we desire to sit at the same table and be one with them. That's where we fucked up.
Exactly.
That's where we went wrong, and that's why we easily exploited with our culture. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about Johnny Dang having most of the hip hop artists, which you know should be focused on financial literacy, saving, you know, figuring out banking and legalese terms. We should be on the smarter route, because we know how to perform and be the nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But so we need to be taking care of that. We can't be acting like the nigga and then actually be the nigga.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all paying us to be the nigga. Cool. cool. But in real life, in real time, outside of that, I gotta be a upstanding, sovereign being. I have to know my place in this universe, not just in your company.
And what we gotta stop doing, you know what I mean, in general, if you know how to search for something, right, and don't ask for it. It's the same thing as do it on your own before you ask for help. Because somebody seeing you do your thing is gonna reach out and help. But now, just like those jewelers that you look for, that you thrive, or you ain't nothing without that Johnny Dang piece or those grills. Look for your brothers and sisters that do the same thing. In this world of information, there's no excuse. I try to buy at least something from all of my peoples that's selling something.
Facts.
You know?
Yo, listen.
I know so many people selling something. I can tell you, yo, PYRO was one of my first purchases.
And it don't matter where we at. I don't even gotta be with them to know. It don't matter. Look, we could be in a Dutch neighborhood, nigga. I will be telling y'all how they Dutch food tastes. I will be telling you how they keep they stores, how they keep their community, because I'm gonna be interacting and spending money.
Exactly.
Because this is one thing I peep. People love their money. You might not know if they love you. You might not know if they love their dog, their cat, their mama. But you know without a doubt that motherfucker loves money. So if somebody is willing to spend money, that currency that matches actually that connective energy. If your connective energy is high, then your money is going to be on a flow. It's going to be on a high. You know what I'm saying? If you don't connect, if you isolated and you in the shadowy reserved place, your money is going to be reserved. Now, this is crazy because, you know,
right. Energy's always right.
You feel me? And this shit happens with me on both sides, so I can tell you from internal, external experience.
Yeah. I've been in a lot of industry situations, but never signed no contracts.
Yeah, man.
Never. I auditioned. I battled in front of execs, like other artists for studio time, like things like that. You see how people act when they think you're gonna, you know what I mean, do business with them. You know what I mean? Even interacting with the police, that's doing business. You feel me? But doing business with certain entities or deities, I would say, is you got to be very aware of how you share your energy. And your likeness is a word that these contracts have in perpetuity, meaning forever, as long as you're alive. It can be sold straight to AI. That's how there's Drake AI albums and sound just like Drake.
So let's get to AI.
Can't do nothing about it.
Let's get to AI. They are implanting artificial intelligence in our culture, and we're suffering from the results of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When we was talking about hip hop, this was the first hip hop song. The real hip hop was the message that was broadcasted. You know what I'm saying? It was called The Message. You understand? I think the first couple words was broken glass everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
If it ain't about the money, people
just don't care. Like, yo, listen, but if you listen to these songs, look, we went from that, cool, then we went, let's say, to Dougie Fresh, right? Shout out DJ Hollywood, actually, who could actually fight to say he was like the first rapper, you know what I'm saying? The first rhymer of words as a DJ. He was spitting bars. Back to the focal point, you know, them implanting the artificial intelligence, AI, you know what I'm saying, into the hip hop culture, which is, we never cared, which is going against our message. We don't come from diamonds. We don't, well, technically we do, but this what we speaking about in the realms of when hip hop was created and so forth, and what we went through, you know, immediately prior to that. It was about poverty. It was about our day-to-day experiences, our day-to-day trials, tribulations. It was about, you know, the same thing kind of rock and roll was about,
It's which like was blues.
You know, speaking out against the system and speaking out against injustices and speaking out actually against corporations. This was really the focal point. Most of the
rap music was
like
that.
So we got from Dougie Fresh, DJ Hollywood, and we hit the Public Enemy. Now, this is when it gets real. Public Enemy, Chuck D has, in my opinion, some of the most powerful music. His verbiage, his tone, the beats they chose. It was the most radical. The most radical. Like, if you're gonna revolt, it'll be on that vibration. You know what I'm saying?
Loud.
So the industry, artificial intelligence, who seen this was going to be the way to break us free, and we would have been into the realm of owning our labels or owning, you know.
Yeah.
If we stayed on that path, we wouldn't just be there now. We would have been there.
So, like you said earlier, implants. Something that's not normal of the same matter. You feel me? They implanted certain artists as if it was gonna be the same image, different message. Because then what happened? NWA.
That was the anti, I mean, to the pro. That was the.
It was like, this is the reason we not supposed to respect this type of group. Look at NWA. Why would you listen to Fight the Power if they really act like this? You know how, man, I don't think people know about the meeting in the 90s.
About the jails?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know about that. That's resurfacing now. It's coming out as like another viral video. A lot of people's
all aliens
finding out about that letter.
In my mind, all aliens as far as this culture, what we grown, what we made, they alien to that. All they see is $1. All they see is something to leave their kids, I mean, by way of our detriment. You know what I'm saying? What they could take, what they could manipulate and bind us in contract.
That's why all these bloodlines own everything. Bloodline. Because they're going to take their children and make sure they get into the same positions. Make sure the same rules get followed down hundreds and hundreds of years.
That's a fact.
Same families. There's people in the industry right now that's part of Rothschilds.
That's
they
why
just don't share the same last
That's why a lot of these cats be going crazy too in the game, because they was never supposed to even be there in any way, shape, form, or fashion. You know, with that type of respect or adoration. So it but that they not built for that mentally. They're really not talented. They really don't have the pores. You know what I'm saying, to even receive that, because they never gave that out into the universe. It was something as far as the agenda was concerned, that they could see that, oh, we could use this in this person.
Exactly.
But it wasn't their skills.
Exactly. It wasn't their skills at all.
This is why everybody is mad. We're gonna sit here and say that Soulja Boy was really like we gotta really understand Soulja Boy's my guy. But as far as rap, the culture of rap, his style of rap was trash, but it was marketable in the sense of it was usable by their agenda, which is, we don't want them thinking smart. We don't want them able to think fast. We don't want them having extensive vocabulary. We want them repetitive junkies, and we want their senses.
Nothing forward thinking.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing forward thinking. We just go manipulate their senses. So that's what they did. I mean, and they do it on every level. So with that being said, you got Johnny Dang. He takes something that New York Ben did. Brooklyn started the fronts. You know what I'm saying? New Orleans, Florida started the fronts. You know what I'm saying? But you got a Vietnamese cat, you know what I'm saying, that see the weakness in the culture that was already instilled. Yo, had these niggas merchandise maniacs, know what I'm saying? Had these niggas jeweler junkies, know what I'm saying?
Junkies, for real.
Because the Jews actually make the contract. So if we gonna give y'all the money, nigga, I need to make sure we direct that money back to us. That's the smartest plan ever thought of. You know what I'm saying? So we not only gonna sign you, we gonna send you to go spend your money with us so we get the money right back. That shit is easy.
It is very easy.
You know what I'm saying? Easy hustle. And I'm gonna put insurance on you. It's all type of hustles, man. These niggas be doing.
It's
It's
the same as
crazy,
putting
man.
the Chinese store right there, the liquor store right there.
Same shit.
You feel me? And then you live right across the street. It's the same thing.
Same
Oh shit, the contract.
shit.
Oh, Johnny Dang. Oh no, they'll go to this studio. Go to this studio.
Go
Trust me.
even worse. Go to this lawyer.
Oh my God, don't
That's
do
the
that.
worst. That's the worst trick. If you have to deal with that, you should know better. You know what I'm saying? But to the point, man. Johnny Dang, you know, he came through with Paul Wall.
Yeah, we forgot about Paul Wall.
You know,
Paul Wall was the.
I think
he influenced Johnny Dang to do grills.
He probably, maybe he did.
Also, Paul Wall was kind of.
Also, I know, you know, it's easy for these dudes, no matter what they got, to start businesses, to start loans, because they have a culture connection. It's a lot. Vietnamese support Vietnamese. Korean, which is Ben Baller, supports Korean.
Right.
Know what I'm saying? Jew supports Jew. If we go down the list, so it's like all they have to do is get cool with us and plant a flag, start a business in here with us, and they have a train line for their family to have finances and succession through our shit because they have a network. They have banks. They have communities. They have this shit that fosters wealth. We do not.
They also have one of the biggest money makers of this time.
What's
the
that?
Hair culture. Oh my. Who y'all buying
that
it from?
Indonesian?
Not necessarily, because you know, for
It
women,
could be
it
all Korean, Indonesian.
right? But the people that's selling it the most out here,
Mm-hmm.
I believe, is part of the Asian community. I don't want to say any specific one.
Well, yeah, Chinese.
You know what I mean?
I think they got it. You got bitches getting banned from the China. This is how you know it's real.
$1 billion
They
industry.
getting
bro.
banned because they need their hair that bad. Like, you feel me? So why are we letting these people exploit our weaknesses? First of all,
Absolutely.
we don't need the weave. You don't need the weave. Your man, I guarantee you, been telling you to get either dreads or work on your scalp, work on your hair so that shit grow, because he believe your shit could grow. He just can't. Ain't no nigga gonna sit there and believe his girl hair is so fucked up. It's nothing in the world he could do or they could do to make that shit grow. It's like unbelievable, even though it's probably a fact in some cases. But a nigga is not gonna believe it. You shouldn't even make your man believe that, because he gonna start looking at you crazy.
And then they don't tell you that the products you're putting in your hair as a young child, or they don't tell your parents, is already fucking up your scalp. By the time you get to a certain age, you already hit into, you know what I mean, what they're implanting.
Ovary cancer. All of that, nigga. That shit. They tell you it comes from the perms, the weaves, the chemicals. Mind you, your skin now is known. It's like common knowledge now. Your skin is like your fucking second kidney. Your second set of kidneys.
Pores all over your body.
Yeah, so you gotta be mindful of all of that shit. So try to keep the shit healthy and all that, and watch all the foreign, the foreign radical chemicals and products you put on your skin. As far as culture, food, even clothing, because some of y'all out here looking stupid as shit, wearing shit that belong to punk rockers, bro. Look, I'm being all the way 100. Matter of fact, punk rock look is still valid. It can still be universal. But you know what is not universal? You know what is not universal? It is secular. Gothic wear. It's secular. It is not universal, meaning you have to think like that. You should be thinking like that to be wearing that. Actually, the wearing comes second. Thinking like that procures why they dress the way they fucking dress.
Absolutely.
Y'all are copying these dudes and smiling. Y'all, first of all, the first rule of wearing them clothes is never smile. Y'all don't know that because y'all never went to a white high school. Y'all never watched the kids that play hacky sack. Y'all never seen the JV varsity team. I have.
Right.
I have. We tease those kids. Well, not tease them, but we, you know, when you young and you joke and shit. So I know what's really going on, and y'all look weird as shit. And it's artificial intelligence because it is not your own. That's the only reason it's artificial. To the artificial one that created the artificial, it is natural. Nigga,
I gotta realize artificial intelligence is really what y'all need to be looking at. Pay attention to it, because if you're not paying attention to it, you gonna. So the way that people are fucked up now is not knowing. Just like you said, clothing, food, everything that you're doing every day, you're not realizing you're doing it. It's time to start knowing. Unlearn and relearn. This phrase been going on since the pandemic. It's been going on since before that, but you gotta unlearn to relearn. You can't, we was taught to blame somebody else for everything.
Unlearn this bastard mentality.